All right, I'm on hole number 9 of the Safari Sunrise Tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the Rookie Division. I'm in my practice account. Just getting one last round of practice. I'll post these videos. Just a lot of it's just trying to get consistency on them, but I've got just wanting to try and work some of these holes. I already know exactly what I'm going to use. I know exactly how I'm coming out. I know exactly where I need to be. I know exactly what I'm going to do on the shot coming in. And now I'm actually on some of these holes, this one in particular, I am working a wind adjustment. So I'm a little ahead of the game on this hole. And I'm taking off 10% of the wind. Because if you do not have to take wind off on this shot, then this game is jacked. Because if you're downhill, you've got to add on wind, and that green is elevated from where we're at. And so I'm taking wind off, and I keep tending to be on the left-hand side of the cup, and the wind's blowing to the left. So I'm taking wind off. And I'm using a sniper. Let's see here. And I have a note here that says I'm using a extra mile of Titan, and even though I'm at mid club, I'm using a max number on my sniper. So even though I'm at mid club, I'm using a max number, and I'm using a Titan. Right? I got everything. I got it. And it would be more beneficial if you have the ball inventory to use a Kingmaker here. You don't really need anything bigger than a 3-power ball. Even if you got a lower developed count, it's pretty easy to hit out on this fairway out here. You can use a big topper, extra mile. I used my extra mile earlier in my low level account, and I put a little teeny bit of overpower on it. Not a lot, but I put some overpower on it because of where I would be in my wood range. I wanted to make sure that I could get out into the area. I didn't want to take any risks of being short. And so if you have a sniper, you really need to be, and you're using a 3-power ball, it's a little less than a ring and a half. You really want to be farther than 2 rings straight to the left. You really want to be farther than 260 yards, or excuse me, 360 yards. Ooh, that was right up against it. 389. I think I'm actually to the point where I'm almost hitting outside of the zone that I really want to be in. This is one of those situations where if you go too far forward, you actually hit so far forward that you actually take the rough bump out of play. And so I'm verging on getting to that point. So let me get the Albie here, dude. Don't forfeit on me like the other guy. I may get an Albie here. Come on. Give me an opportunity. Okay, there's Max. There's Min. So I'm eking towards mid club. It's 2.8. It's 2.52 rings. I want to be 3 rings off the transition. I'm going to be on the right-hand edge of the cup. It's 2.52 rings. 2.52. See if I can hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect? Oh. I don't think I've hit very many perfect shots into this cup. Get in the hole. Oh. Oh. That was right there. That was right there. And that was with a minus 10%. That was 0.9 times the wind. And I did a max adjustment even though I'm in mid club. I was doing a mid club number and I was under pulling it. And so I went back to the maxed number, which is easier to do because it's 1 per ring. And anytime you can stay at 1 per ring, that's a bonus. And so I've been working this hole, but my problem is that I haven't been hitting perfect into the cup. So it's been hampering my development. So that was good to know that you're right on the cup. And what's funny is if you put your ball guide even a little bit past the cup, you can go flying past it. So, I mean, it's just a fine line there to like get you right to the cup. But note to self, I can run it out there just a little teeny bit past the cup. I mean, like a little teeny, maybe like the width of the cup past the cup. Get in the hole. I'm going to give them a get in the hole as soon as they shoot. There you go. There you go, bud. That takes the wind out. Why do we do that? Because it makes wind less of a factor. And they're on the edge of the cup right there. And from that distance, that's exactly where I would put it. Now it's just a matter of hitting it perfect. If the wind doesn't play in, you could hit a great to the left and potentially a perfect, and it'd still go in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. That's what I'm talking about. The crowd just went crazy wild. Nice shot. Nice shot. Tumbleweed from the Marines. Going to a shootout. I will forfeit. All right. That was hole number 9. And good luck in the tournament. Hole number 9 of the Safari Sunrise Tournament. Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Getting the minus 15. And that is all stemmed from, and my focus is always on the par fours. Now I got a little lucky on hole number 1 because somebody forfeited, but I think I would have still got the eagle. I mean, I was kind of irritated that they forfeited on me because I really wanted to go up there and get the eagle myself. I did make a recovery shot on hole number 4 because I ended up in the rough, but it's possible. But getting it done on the par fours, that's the deal. And just shooting the minimum score. So the minimum score is minus 13 and picking up a couple shots. I really see this tournament as being, this is like a lot of these tournaments that we played here recently. When this was in the 2019 Summer Major, you could end up with a banner. If you could potentially end up with a banner with a minus 28, just picking up a shot here and there, shooting the minimum score and picking up one on a side, you could end up with a banner. You could put yourself in contention for a banner, and in some brackets you could win. But we've had an opportunity to really take a better look at these holes in the last 9 months, and I really think in this tournament that if you want to have a shot at a banner and or a win, you're going to have to be at 30. And if you really want to give yourself a shot for a win, you may have to be higher than that, just depending on your bracket. You can get in some brackets and you might win with a 29. You might get in some brackets and you lose and come in second with a 33. So it's really going to be dependent on bracket, but my focus is going to be on 30 plus, and that's what I have written on my notes. Minus 30 plus is my goal. And that's the same as it's been like the last 74 tournaments. I mean, I don't know if they've gone away with, or we've just gotten better, or we have a better ball inventory, or I don't know exactly what the deal is, but minimum score in most tournaments is 24. And we used to have tournaments where like if you could shoot a 26, you were going to win. I mean, most people were having a hard time just getting the minimum score. And so going out there and picking up shots on top of the minimum score was tough for everybody. And it seems like they've kind of done away with that. Now we're in this where you've got to shoot a 30. You got to pop off a monster score in order to win. And that's one way to get you up there. All right. That was hole number 9 of the Safari Sunrise and Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.